Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is motion and measurement of distances, we were already had discussed about that of the types of motion. What are the different types of motions are there, students? So you see there is rectilinear motion, then circular motion is there, then periodic motion is there, and rotational motion is there. So we have seen all the different kind of a motion with the help of the example. So whenever in exam the question is asked, either by giving the example and ask that what kind of a motion it is showing, or it is asked that what is this type of a motion and what is its example. So any kind of a question can be asked to you, and according to that you have to write the answer. Now you see student, if we talk about the motion, so we have finished with the motion and we have started with that of the measurement. If we talk about the measurement, you see measuring is what? It's a kind of a unit that we use to represent anything, right? So it is a, you can say, is a kind of a method or a process by which we use to find the value and the unit of a thing. It means if suppose we want to write the measurement of anything, so for that we used to write the two thing along with that. It means that is the first thing that is there to measure any object, we used to write the number. So the first thing is the number and the second thing is the unit itself. So the first thing, which is number, it is explaining the magnitude of the measurement. Like if we will say, if you will talk about the length, student, measurement of a distance. So here we always mention that length is what? It is a distance between the 2 points or 2 places, that is the length. And if we want to measure the length, there must be some value as well as some unit in which we are measuring it. So suppose the distance between from A to B, A is Delhi and B is Kolkata. So from Delhi to Kolkata, these are the two places and the distance between them is what? Is the length between them. Okay, so if suppose the distance between these two is 1100 or 110 kilometers, suppose. Okay, so if it is 110 kilometer, so 110 is what? It is a number. Okay, this is the first thing while representing a measurement. So we will say that it is what? It is a magnitude. Okay, and the second thing is what? It is the unit for measurement. So magnitude is there and unit for measurement. These are the two things by which, with the help of that, we used to measure anything. Okay, we used to measure the length or measure the distance of two places. Now, if we are talking about the length, students, so we said that we will represent it through number and the unit, right? Number, it tells that what is the exact distance between these two, and the unit tells that in which one we are going to measure, means on which type of the distance we are going to measure the length between the two objects or length between the two places. So for that, the unit that we should use, student, it should be a standard unit. While discussing with that of the measurement, we always say that the unit which we are going to use to measure anything, it should be standard unit, because you see that if suppose we will use any of the method, any of the measurement, so that measurement can be a hand span, or it can be a forearm distance, it can be a foot step. So you see, it is not a standard unit because it varies with the person to person. Also, it varies from place to place. So because of having this much differences, we will say that we use a standard unit. And what is the good property? What is the good thing is in there in the standard unit? That it does not changes with place to place. It remains as it is. Okay, so we will say that the standard unit is the best unit because it remains same from place to place, from country to country, even through person to person. So better to use the standard unit rather than using the traditional method of measuring the length. So for that, we should know the standard unit, which is represented by SI unit. SI unit of the length is what? International system of a unit. It means that unit which is accepted by everyone, by every country. So this is what it is, a kind of a standard unit. So what is the SI unit of the length? So to measure the distance of any two places, to measure the length of any two places, we use the standard unit for it, and that is known as meter. Okay. So we can write it, that is the SI unit of length is meter. That is called as a meter. And the symbol that we use to represent the SI unit of the length is called is M. Okay. So meter and used is M. Okay, so the SI unit to represent meter is M. It is a symbol that we use to represent meter, that is known as M. Then the next is, student, that okay, now what is the other unit? Means for it is for the length. If suppose we want to know the SI unit of mass, so is kilogram. That is known as a kilogram. And the symbol to represent kilogram is kg. Okay, so the symbol that is used to represent kilogram is called kg. Okay, so it is for length we use meter, and to represent the meter we use M. To measure the mass, the SI unit of the mass, that is measured through kilogram, and the kilogram we use the symbol for kilogram is kg, and SI unit of a time, student. So if we talk about the SI unit of time, the SI unit of time is second. That is called as second, and the symbol to represent second is S. Okay, so SI unit for the length is represented by meter, which is represented by M. The SI unit of mass is kilogram, and this is represented by kg, and the SI unit of time is second, which is represented by the SP. Okay, so these are what? These are the different SI unit of the mass, length, and that of the time. Okay. Now, the prefixes that we are going to use with that of the SI unit. SI unit. The prefixes used for SI unit. Okay. So see, the meaning of the prefix means what, students? That means the thing that we use to keep it before anything. Okay. So here anything is what the SI unit. So the thing that we are going to, or that kind of a word that we use before that of the SI unit is known as the prefix. So here we can write it that the prefix is a kind of a word used before the name of an SI unit. The name of a SI unit. Okay. To get a bigger or a smaller unit. Okay. Smaller value of. Now you see, students, that prefix is what? It is a kind of a word. What kind of a word? Which we are going to use before the SI unit. Now, after using the prefix, either the SI unit will become a bigger unit or it will become a smaller unit. Like three common prefixes are kilo, centi and milli. Kilo, centi and milli. Okay, these are the three prefixes that we are going to use with that of the SI unit, and when you attach these prefixes with the SI unit, either it will increase the value, and when it increases the value, then we will say that it makes it a bigger unit, and if it decreases the value, then we will call it will make a smaller unit. So if we talk about the kilo prefix, so kilo is a prefix which denotes 1000. Which denotes 1000. Okay, so 1000 or 1000 here. Okay, so kilo is the 1000. So if suppose we are using this term kilometer, so 1 kilo and meter is what? It is the SI unit. You see, student, we have used a prefix here, that is kilo, and meter is the SI unit. So if we combine together, if we add this kilo to that of the SI unit, then this will be equals to 1000 meter. 1000 meters. You see, student, now after addition of this kilo, the value get increases of that of the meter. It means 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. So we will say that kilometer is what? It is a bigger value, right? So 1 kilometer gives a bigger value of the meter. So we will say that kilometer is a bigger value. So you see, by adding a prefix to that of the meter increases the value. So kilo is a bigger value. Now the next one is centi. Centi. So what is centi, students? Centi is a prefix. It is also a prefix which denotes 100, which denotes 100 or 100. What does that mean? If suppose we will combine the centi to that of the meter. So 1 centimeter will be equals to 100 meters. You see that after adding that of the centimeter, we will get the value that is 100 meter. It will be 100, 1 by 100. Okay? Denotes 1/100th is there, students. 1/100th. 1/100th or 1 by 100. It means 1 centimeter is equals to 1 by 100 meter. Okay, it will be equals to 1 by 100 meter. We can also write it like, in an easy way, we can write it that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. Sorry for that, student. It will be 1/100th, obviously. So it will be 1 by 100. So 1 centimeter is equals to 1 by 100 meter, or 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So you can see that by adding that of the centi to that of the meter, it decreases the value. So we will say that here the value is the smaller value, not the larger value. Bigger value occur when you add that of the kilo to it. So kilometer will give a larger value, and meter to that of the centimeter, it will gives a smaller value. So centimeter is what? It gives the smaller value. What about the milli? Milli. So milli is a prefix which denotes 1,000th. Okay, denotes 1,000th. Okay. That is equals to 1 by 1,000. Okay, so we will write it here that 1 meter is equals to 1,000 millimeter. Okay, 1 meter is equals to 1,000 millimeter. Now you see, student, if we will make a circle here, so this is the kind, this one, okay. Now you look at all these things, students. So 1 kilo, when you added the kilo to that of the meter, it will give us 1,000 meter. Okay, so here the value of the meter got increases. So thus we will say that kilometer is what? It is a bigger unit. If we will say the meter itself with that of the centimeter, so 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. Okay, or 1 centimeter is equals to 1 by 100 meter. So here the value get decreases. So centimeter will gives a lower value, and if in case of a millimeter is there, so 1 millimeter is equals to 1/1000 meter, or 1 meter is equals to 1000 millimeter. So ultimately we will say that millimeter decreases the value more than that of the centimeter. So it will give the smallest value. Okay, so kilometer gives a bigger value, then centimeter is there, where centimeter gives the smaller value and 1000 will gives the more smaller value. Now, how we used to represent the kilometer, centimeter and millimeter? So, I hope you all have understood here the prefixes that we use for the SI unit. It means, prefix means the word that we are going to use before that of the SI unit. Okay, so kilometer is written as kilometer, km. Okay, so to represent kilometer, you used to represent it by km. Then centimeter is written as cm, and millimeter is written as mm. So these all are represented in an abbreviated form in a symbol, and that is kilometer km, centimeter cm and millimeter by mm. Okay, now let us move on and see how to measure the length. So measurement of the length. Measurement of length. Now here students, when we had discussed the prefixes of the SI unit, you see that the question arises then why we are using this. If one SI unit is already there, so what is the use of using this prefixes? So basically the use of prefixes make us to measure the different object in a very easy method. Like you see, meter is a standard unit of the length, and 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter, 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, 1 meter is equals to 1000 millimeter, 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeter. So these are the different type of a conversion. 1 millimeter is equal, 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeter. So these are the different kind of a measurement that we have studied and that we should know about them. Okay, now let us see that where we will going to use this unit of the length. It means what is the use of the proper unit of the length. The use of proper length. Use of proper length. Proper units of length. Proper units of length. Okay? What is the use of the proper unit? Now, we know that meter is what? It is a standard unit. Meter is a standard unit for measuring length. Okay? It is a standard unit for measuring length. But we use millimeter, we use kilometer, we use centimeter for the sake of convenience. Whatever kind of a thing it is, whatever kind of a object it is, according to that we use this substances, according to that we use the different unit of the length. Okay, so see here that according to our convenience, we use the different types of unit of length. Different types of unit of length. Okay, now you see, if we are measuring a table or a chairs, then we use the meter. Okay, so we can write it that meter can be used to measure the length of the table, or room, or height of a tree. Is there, okay, or building. So these all are used in measuring all these things. We use a meter. Okay, so meter is used to measure the height of a tree, of a room, of a table. What about the very small object like a book is there? Okay, or a box is there. So what we will going to use to measure that? What kind of a unit we are going to measure that object? So length of a small object. Length of a small objects is measured centimeters. That is cm. Like what kind of a object, students? So it can be a pencil or notebook. It can be a pencil or a notebook. These are the things in which we will going to use the centimeter. We will going to use the centimeter as a unit to measure all these objects. And if we have to measure very small things, so instead of using the centimeter also, we will use the millimeter. Okay, so if suppose we are going to measure a coin, okay, or a very small wire, so we will going to use the millimeter. Okay, so if we are going to measure more smaller thing, then we use millimeter or mm. We use millimeter or mm. Okay, measuring a coin or a thin wire, these all are the examples of the millimeter. Now, if you have to measure the distance between the two cities, so this is what? It is quite large. So for that we use kilometer. The unit that we are going to use there is kilometer. So if we are going to measure between the two cities, then we use the kilometer as. So depending upon the kind of the object that we are going to measure, we use the different kind of a unit. Okay.